think we got audio now. Let me know. And make sure James, Ethan, Vince, Samuel, what's up, bro? What's up, Luxury Drift? Glad to see y'all again, man. What's everybody been doing, man? I gotta figure out this camera. Hold on. Let's see here. I'm coming. I'm trying to figure out why. Trying to figure out why this camera is not wanting to autofocus tonight for some reason. Davian, what's up, bro? BS Small Engines, UK719, James Watkins. I think James done been here, yeah. Yeah, it's been a while, man. How's everybody been? Effie. Hey, Effie, how you doing? I think I seen an email from you, Effie, a while back. I haven't been on my email in a while. Who wants to watch The Bachelor? No. What is going on? I'm not sure why my camera keeps shifting out of focus. I'm not sure what I'm doing. I guess I'm rusty. Not sure what's going on. So what's been going on in the YouTube world, everybody? Yeah, I know, Effie. Everything's cool. Everything's fine. I had some things happen, man. James watched several videos. I haven't caught a live stream. Yeah, I was going live. I plan on going live every week, every Monday, just hanging around, just talking, nothing spectacular, but I was thinking about doing something different with my live streams. Snap on talk. Yeah, we can talk about Snap on, we can talk about whatever. I honestly don't care what we talk about. See who else shows up. Anybody got anything to say about anything? I haven't even watched any videos in a long time. I haven't done much of anything YouTube related for quite a while. We got some Busch tonight, though. This is actually the first beer I've drank since the last live stream. So I've drank a couple of them. So got a little buzz. James regular over on Jay Young. Yeah, I've caught a couple of Jay Young live streams. I went live with Justin. Justin wanted to go live a few weeks ago again, but I couldn't do it, man. Since YouTube changed it up, he don't even get recommended his subscriptions. I don't know. I don't know what YouTube's done. I haven't seen anything, but they usually, man, the way YouTube will recommend videos, like if you search for like how to make spaghetti or whatever, and then watch it, like YouTube will try to recommend you those videos. If they want to try to recommend you stuff they think you're going to watch. So if you want to watch videos from people, you have to click that bell and you have to click on notify all. Otherwise, they may not let you know anything, man. Thanks, Greg, man. Yeah, I'm going to try to get back into it. I got another video I finished editing, so we'll get that up ASAP, man. William watching a NASCAR wreck. Their NASCAR wreck on. I don't watch NASCAR much, man. Here we go again. Sorry about the focus on this camera. I never have this problem with this camera. Ever. Yeah, I don't watch NASCAR much. I used to watch it long time ago, but I don't watch TV hardly ever, man. Hardly ever. Oh, here goes Tarek, man. Miss you, man. Miss you too, Tarek. I appreciate that, bro. Yeah, everything's good, man. I haven't been on here in a while. I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna like, a lot of you guys been around for a while, man. So like, I'll be 100% like, we ended up like, I worked crazy for a couple weeks, and then like a few days afterwards, man, like a few people ended up getting laid off, and I was one of them. So like, I've been like kind of trying to figure out like what I'm gonna do, and I can wait or whatever, and I don't know exactly what's gonna happen, but I'm thinking like I'm probably gonna take some time away and some time off, and then I don't know, man. I'm gonna try to figure out what I'm gonna. I want to do my own thing. What it'll be or whatever, I don't know, but like I'm gonna try to get more into YouTube, and then try to get more into. I'm gonna, I got time, so it's gonna be. We're gonna figure it out, but it's gonna be all right for sure. Things are gonna be tight for a while, but I got plenty of videos that I can do, and then I'll figure it out from there. But that's all right, brother. It ain't no big deal, man. Things. This is the thing. I've been through quite a bit in my life, and I've learned quite a bit. And the thing I've learned the most is that you can make the best out of every situation, and everything happens for a reason, man. So I think that sometimes you got to be forced in life to try to go a certain way, and I think that's what's going on. James, that's where I was working. We work for AK Steel, a separate company working for AK Steel. Client Graphics, what's up, man? BS got family there. We can understand that, bro. Hey, Matt, how you doing, man? Clayton say don't recommend driving a truck. I don't want to drive a truck. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know exactly, but I'm gonna take. I'm gonna have plenty of time, so we'll figure out what's gonna happen. He has to keep his kids off his accounts, so don't mess up his recommended videos. Yeah, that's another thing. Like, if your kids get on your phone and start watching, that Ryan toy reviews or whatever, and then they'll recommend you toy reviews. They're going to recommend what they think you're going to watch. So if you don't click the bell on the people you want to see, you never know. You don't know what's going on. What's up, Jimmy? Glad to see you, bro. Yeah, Tarek, you're right, bro. Life is full of curveballs, and like I said, man, sometimes you gotta be forced in life to try to, do the things that you want to do anyway. So we'll figure it out, man. Handy Wyo, is that from Wyoming? Is that what the Wyo means, or is that something else, man? Doing good, brother. Wyoming, I was right. Handy Wyoming, doing good, man. What's Big Chris been up to? Anything, man? I haven't seen anybody in a long time, man. Clayton says the trucking industry is turmoil. A lot of industries. Here we go again. I'm gonna try to keep it in focus. I don't know what's going on, man. I've never had this problem really. So I don't know what. I haven't changed any settings on my computer. What mic am I using? I'm using a Audio Technica. Which one is it? It's Audio Tech. I can't remember which one it is. Audio Technica condenser mic. It is. I'm trying to think. It's the USB ATF. I'll tell you exactly. Hold on. Audio Technica condenser mic. The AT. Oh yeah, it's the Audio Technica AT 2020. It is a condenser mic that is a USB mic, and I use a Audio Technica shotgun mic for my regular videos, but I use this when I'm right here. Yoda Doug, what's up, bro? Just wrench it. Hey, buddy, how you doing? Yeah, the and I use Adobe Audition to edit my I use Adobe Audition to edit my audio, and then I use Adobe Premiere Pro to edit videos. But you can do quite a lot with it. But these mics are actually pretty good. I caught this mic it was supposed to be used, but it was pretty much new in the box for $60, and they cost normally like 160, I want to say. But they're definitely good mics, man. Just Wrench said he uses Resolve. What are you talking about for editing video? William says he found work wrenching on concrete machinery. Your tool reviews help me out, so keep up the reviews if you can get money. Yeah, no doubt, man. You know, I definitely will. I definitely have a lot of stuff I can do. And you know, if you're you know smart enough, you can figure out other stuff to do as well, even if you can't buy tools for review. But like I said, I mean, I'll be able to buy some tools, but I'm just not going to be able to like go all out. Brad, good to see you, bro. 28 long days, headed home, freedom. Where you been? Where you been? Out on the road, Brad? Terex and Astoria working. Astoria, ain't that where? Where was it? Where is Astoria at? It was in some kind of movie or something. I seen. They said guys were left stranded on the road, no fuel, no office call, just figure it out on your own. Bad last year, 1,000, stranded with no. That's crazy, man. I think I missed something here. Snap-on eBay. Yeah, you can find some good deals from some Snap-on tools on eBay. And the thing about Snap-on, if you don't buy it from a truck driver or buy it and have proof you bought it, they're not supposed to warranty it. But with hand tools, you can get by with saying when you call them, because like you can call the number and tell them you have whatever that needs to be warranted, and then they ask you where you got it from. But you can get by with telling them you don't know on hand tools. But like when it comes to like boxes and stuff like that, obviously they're going to want serial numbers and everything else. Brad's been in the oil field. Hey man, that's crazy. When I was younger, I was wanting to do that. I thought it would be pretty cool, man. I see you got a new logo, Brad. That's a new one. Man, say you don't know what else to buy. Bought a bunch of ratchets and wrenches. Don't know what else to buy. Snap on. You know, Snap on makes good ratchets and probably the best wrenches when it comes to like sockets and stuff like that. Man, I really don't think you need to spend that kind of money. But it all just comes down to what you want. But they're pretty expensive, man, and especially if you can't because you can catch some good deals if you get on a tool truck. You can catch some good deals as far as like buy one get ones and all that stuff, and you can get some pretty good prices. But if you have to buy online or on eBay, and even on eBay when you're looking at sockets and stuff, man, they're really expensive, man. Brad said home his last year just came to get some debt offer back. I can hear you on that, bro. Definitely hear you on that. Yeah, you're right. You said, buy one get ones on a tool truck. I mean, even buy one get ones. They're still expensive, but compared to regular price, if you don't use the deals that they get, man, paying full price for that stuff is outrageous. And sockets, you're paying $200 for a set of sockets. That's pretty up there, man. It's pretty up there. And yeah, they're good, man, but that's a lot of money, man. I don't have that kind of money. I never had that kind of money. I've never bought tool truck sockets. I bought tool truck wrenches. I bought, you get into some tools I feel like you need to spend some money, man, but for most of the stuff, I think you can get by spending a lot of money. Become a tool distributor. That would be cool to do for sure, man. Odessa. Odessa. Where's Odessa at, man? I know I've heard of it before. ESA bought a broken torque wrench from pawn shop. Snap-on guy said he would swap it out for us. Well, that's a pretty big deal. I'm not sure, are the torque wrenches even lifetime warranty? I was pretty sure that they're not lifetime warranty. Texas, that's what I thought, Texas. Yeah, when I was younger, I honestly was, considering moving to Texas. I feel like I would fit in pretty good in Texas, and I feel like it would be a good place to live, and I wanted to get some good work down there. Ukraine, that's a little bit out of my league. Felix said the original Odessa is in Ukraine. Greatest state in the world. I mean, I'm sure it is, dude. I mean, you know, I wouldn't mind moving there. I honestly wouldn't. But I can't really, I can't see myself moving anytime soon. But I would definitely consider if I was going to move, to make a leap, to move away from everything and everybody you've ever known and everything. That's a pretty big move for somebody. Yeah, I mean, if they'll give you a warranty on a torque wrench, and if it's broke or whatever, then I mean you can't go wrong with that. Effie wants to know what would make me happy. I don't know what would make me happy, Effie. I'm not sure. You know, uh, I would, if I wanted to do something that would like be something to where like I would get up every day and love life and jump up out of bed and can't wait to get to work or whatever, then you know I would like to build cars. I think that would be like the funnest thing for me to do. But to do something like that, you got to have money for one. They ignore the sirens. You'd have to have money for one, but you'd also have to have somewhere to do it, and then you have to have a way to sustain yourself. Because building cars, you're not just like, it's not like, oh, I'm about to buy this car, build it, and then sell it and make a bunch of money. Like, that's not going to happen because you got to establish yourself. So it's definitely not something that's easy to jump into. Yeah, Chris, I knew it wasn't the torque wrenches. I have a Snap-on torque wrench that I bought 10 years ago or something, 8 years, 7, 6, 7. I can't remember. A long time ago though, but I know it's not under warranty anymore. Yeah, it is hard. Tarek said he moved to Texas and then moved back to Oregon because You don't have any friends and family in Texas. You know, that's what I say. When you move somewhere, especially if you don't have anybody, you don't have any friends, you don't have any family, you don't have anybody. So you're just, if you're going there with even going there with your family, it's hard because you're putting yourself under a lot of pressure for one. And then, absolutely nothing or nobody. It's definitely something that's hard, man. You're right, Effie. Nothing is impossible if you want it bad enough. You got to if you're willing to put the work in for anything, then, you can do anything. And that's what I said. I want to take, I'm going to take quite a bit of time, and I'm going to try to figure out something and go. If you see me drinking, did I say about Bush already? I don't know if I told you guys about the Bush or not, but you guys, if I take this time and I'm going to figure it out, I'm going to have more time to do some more stuff on YouTube, and I'm going to have time to try to figure out where I'm going to go from there, and we'll see, man. But everything happens, like I said, for a reason, man. Everything happens for a reason, and if you're willing to, do it, then there's nothing impossible, man. Anything exciting happening in anybody else's lives besides mine? What do you say? Wait, are you not at all anymore? Thank you, Effie. I appreciate it. I know, Tarek. I appreciate that. No, no. I'm nothing. I'm not doing nothing right now. Like I said, and I've tried to, and I've thought about it, and I've, went to some people I know and everything, and I was gonna do, but I think I'm gonna just do my own thing, man. Like I said, I think it's gonna be all right. I win the new stuff poll. Nothing new happening, huh? I haven't, like I said, I haven't been on Instagram. I haven't been on YouTube. I haven't been in my email hardly. I looked at a couple emails. I've missed out on a few things too. What was it? What was the name of that? With the ratcheting flare wrench. What's the name of that company with the ratcheting flare wrench? If somebody help me out. I've seen them promoting their stuff on YouTube, and it looks pretty interesting. But I was going to check out some of their stuff, and then I was actually gonna talk to the guy the next day, and then all this happened, and then I just shut down from everything. Yeah, I was gonna talk to him. Actually, Clay Coon hooked me up with him, and I might message him back still, but we was gonna try to do something because I wanted to check it out because it looks pretty. It looks pretty neat, man. I like Clay. Clay's a good guy. Clay's talked to me a lot, and he's helped me out a lot. You know what I mean? I think a lot of people are like, selfish, or a lot of people are like threatened, and a lot of people don't want to, reach out to other people or want other people to do anything besides themselves. And Clay's definitely not that kind of guy, and that's why I've always liked him, man. There it says, don't make much money doing something. Yeah, I mean that's the thing, man. It's not all about money. You got to have money to live. Obviously, that's you got to have money to live. But it's not all about being like. For me, it's not all about being the richest man in the world or being something. It's about doing something that makes me proud, and it's about doing something that that I can leave behind. You know what I mean? And it's not just about like I'm not gonna sell out to like if just to make a bunch of money. It's not all about that to me. Effie's right. Happiness is everything. He thought, yeah, I seen that, Jimmy. No, I'm not playing for the XFL. I don't think. I'm pretty sure I couldn't do much of anything. I used to play a lot. I was pretty good at basketball, and I was pretty good at baseball too when I was younger. I'm a pretty good athlete, man. I've always been a good a decent athlete, not like an exceptional, going to make it to the NFL or the NBA type athlete, but I've always been a pretty good athlete. And I was playing baseball, and then I got into softball, and when I was in my early 20s, throwing a softball started hurting me, like to where if I could throw all day before, like, and I never had a problem. But then it got to the point to where I was, throwing softball, and then if I threw too much or too hard, like my elbow, I would like go numb, and like I just had no feeling, and then it would like hurt and pain, and so I stopped playing baseball because of it, because it started getting worse and worse progressively. Well, kept playing basketball. Me and my friends used to go to the YMCA. We played basketball. I'd go out to parks and play basketball and do a lot of stuff. I was an active person. Well, then it got to the point in, my later 20s to where even shooting a basketball, my elbow, like my arm will go numb. I guess it's tendonitis or whatever, tennis elbow, whatever they call it. And I guess there's some kind of surgery or whatever, but I'm just doing it for fun. So I just stopped doing anything, even working out now. Like if I try to do pull-ups or anything like that, my elbow, it really gets to me. And even like working, sometimes like if I'll like try to break a bolt loose or something, I have to be real careful, because if I'm like pressing down real hard and then it all of a sudden comes loose and I snap my elbow straight, it's not pleasant. 2,275 per week in the XFL. I mean, I would go out there and make a fool of myself for that. It'd be fun. Davian said, "Money buys tools, and tools equal happiness." It does. Money does buy tools. You're right. I mean, I like using tools. I like buying tools. I like working on stuff. It's definitely fun for me, man. It's a passion for me. It's always been a passion for me. You always feel good. You feel good about yourself. You feel good about everything. Especially I remember when I was younger, because I never really had anybody really teach me much. My grandpa, he was an old junkyard mechanic, and worked on some stuff, and I learned a couple things from him. But he died when I was young, and I never really had anybody to teach me anything. So like I remember like taking on like some big jobs for the first time myself, like doing a head gasket, doing some bigger things that like, and at times it would seem like that it was too hard for me, like it was going to be, like I couldn't do it. And then you just keep going and keep going and keep going, and then when you get it done, you feel good about yourself, man. You feel good about life. Get a $7 elbow strap. I've seen some elbow braces before that I thought about buying, but I don't have too much of a problem with it. Like if I don't overexert it, there it goes again. If I don't overexert it, but as soon as if I do something, really, the main thing is when it gets snapped straight really hard, and that's when, once that happens, I can feel it, and like these two fingers go numb. It's a pain through here, and it lasts for days. It's not like something like, oh man, it hurts for a little bit and then it stops. Like it'll last for days. Like even doing, when like if I try to work out, like I go to like Planet Fitness or whatever, and I'll try to work out. I'll try to do some pull ups or bench presses or whatever. The elbow, it tears me up, man. Definitely tears me up. I gotta go for a beer run, man. Anybody need one? Don't take off. Be right back. Yeah, thanks, Chris. And don't forget to hit the like button, man. It does help out, and that's why I think, YouTube, like, especially like drama and stuff, like, the more interaction you get on a video, and a lot of people know that, and, YouTube will pump that video out. So definitely make sure you guys hit the like button, comment, let me know what you think about anything. What is the penguin? Ethan, what's up, bro? Must be a joke between you and Effie, Ethan. The penguin. Seriously, it was just a thumbs down. There is a thumbs down. Even thumbs downs help. You know what I mean? And that's what, like, a lot of people. And let me tell you, man, the tough part, about trying to make these videos and stuff is, people just say just the dumbest crap for no reason. We're supposed to be grown men, grown women too. That, there's no need for some of the stuff, and some of these guys get on there and they don't realize, though, I don't mind, man, they don't realize that, their hate, their hate helps just as much as any love helps, man. There was a guy, I don't know, a couple weeks ago. He, and that's when I stopped messaging. I stopped even looking at anything after this, because he got on one of my videos talking about, he had to try to throw out there. He's like, yeah, I just talking because I said something about putting a socket on a bolt that I heated up to the point of liquefying it or whatever, and he was like, I just did a spark, or a what the heck did he say he did? Glow plug job on his Duramax or whatever. I can't remember exactly what he said, but he started, I didn't even have to heat nothing up. It like basically trying to say that I was dumb for saying that I put it. I got to. I ain't been drinking, man. I put a socket on a bolt that I heated up. Like, have you never, and a lot of people probably don't have that. They probably don't have to put sockets on something like that. But I've abused my tools at work and in life, man. And I know when something's decent or not. You know what I mean? And he was saying it about the Icon chrome sockets. He was, because I said something about them being soft or whatever. And they are soft, dude. Like, you can get mad or whatever you want to say or whatever. I don't care. When it's Harbor Freight going to come out with a cordless beer fridge, I don't know. They need to, though, don't they? I need to go. I haven't even been to a Harbor Freight in a month or so. I need to go check one out, man. David says he does a lot of times on exhaust bolts. Yeah, I mean, those bolts rust. Those bolts go through a lot of heating and cooling cycles, man. So those bolts are rough to get out. Those bolts round off a lot, man. Once you get them broke, they're not too bad. You don't know how to penguin. Half-inch ratchet recommendations, not gear wrench though. Man, I honestly, Capri tools. I said that in my video about the stuff I was recommending or whatever. The Capri set, they sent me out the 3 ratchets. It was a half-inch, 17-inch half-inch flex head, 3/8 flex head, and a 1/4-inch flex head. And it's a pretty decent little ratchet. I mean, it's only 72 teeth, but it's a pretty decent ratchet. All right, BS, man. Take care of your dog, man. Seriously, how dare. Yeah, I know. Uh, I'm not gonna like. I'm not gonna like just say that something's good. Just because it's from a certain place or because it's a certain brand or whatever, man. And I think a lot of people expect that. A lot of people want, you to say that
Harbor Freight's good or whatever. They are good in some things, and they are bad in some things. And this is the whole problem that I have with the Icon. They come out, they say this, they say that, they claim this, they claim that. Then you got to stand by it. You know what I mean? Real grainy and it's too not too. I guess you're saying it's not too smooth. The half-inch Capri, they're 72 tooth ratchets. I don't think they're grainy, but they're 72 tooth ratchets. When it comes to a half-inch 72 or a half-inch 17-inch, ratchet like that, do you need it to be 84 teeth, 90 teeth, or whatever? I don't think so, because I mean, if you're using a ratchet that big, then you're trying to break something loose. I think that the finer teeth and stuff like that, I think it comes in handy with 3/8 and quarter-inch. But when it comes into something that big, honestly, I mean, you're trying to break something loose. I don't use. I mean, unless you just prefer to use something like that. But I don't use a half-inch ratchet. When I was younger, I liked half-inch ratchets. I would try to use a half-inch ratchet on everything. You know what I mean? And I use 3/8 more than anything. Jason, what's up, man? Glad you made it back, bro. Yeah, yeah, Davey, and that's a good. I mean, yeah, that's a good example. I mean, you use your half-inch, you're trying to turn cranks or something like that. I mean, you want something long. You want something that you can get some torque on. If I'm taking a bolt loose, I like using like a 11-inch 3/8 or something like that, flex head. That's what I like using. 99% of the time, I use quarter-inch if I need something to like get in somewhere small or to take, something like that. But 99% of the time, I'm just using a 3/8 ratchet, and I would like my 3/8 ratchet to be a high tooth count, and my quarter-inch ratchet to be a high tooth count. When it comes to like half-inch, I don't really care about the tooth count. I care about like how strong it is, how it's going to work for me. Because if I'm using something that big, then I'm using it to, like I said, or like Davian said, turning a crank or breaking a bolt loose or something like that. There's a Mac Tools. What is it? A Mac Tools. I think it's a 24 inch. I wish that Icon, Harbor Freight, or whatever would come out with like a 25-inch flex head ratchet, half-inch ratchet. 17-inch, those are all right, I guess. I mean, but if I'm gonna be using something that big, like I said, I'm needing to put some torque on it. So I like using the big ratchets for that. Tailgate Tech, good to see you, bro. Yeah, I mean, like I said, if you need something finer, then you need something fine. That's the good thing about having a multiple, a bunch of ratchets, a bunch of different types of ratchets, a bunch of different types of tools, because every situation might call for something different. Every situation might call for something different. Capri is a single pawl. Yeah, yeah, Capri is a single pawl. When I took them apart, they're similar to the same thing that the Tecton, the same thing that the Icon are. The only thing that is going to be your double pawl Pittsburgh or double pawl. Uh, I don't know some of your. I don't know. I don't remember which ones were the double pawls that I took apart, but I know the Pittsburgh was, and I like the Pittsburgh. I like the Pittsburgh ratchets. I think those Pittsburgh ratchets are good, man. The only thing I don't like about them, like I said, is that selector switch. The detent on that selector switch is horrible, man. And if it wasn't for that, if they, my voice is all raspy today, man. If they would fix that detent switch on those Pittsburgh ratchets, those would be some top-notch ratchets. Now they're not going to fix those ratchets because they want you to spend more money. They're trying to just make them as cheap as possible. but they're pretty decent ratchets for the price, man. Yeah, John says near zero drag back is everything. Yeah, 1/4 inch to 3/8 when you're using those smaller ratchets, and you need some some room to make something do something, then you want to have as less travel as possible on your arc, whether it be forward or back. Dollar store ratchets. I've never seen a dollar store ratchet, man. I didn't even know dollar store had ratchets. I tell you what, I was looking at though a while back was the Amazon Basics tools, and I thought about checking them out, but they only have a 5-year warranty. Who are you gonna talk into buying your tools, with a 5-year warranty? Nobody's going to buy them. Yeah, they're cheap, but you could buy some really cheap stuff that they're giving you a lifetime warranty on. So I don't see the use in somebody ever, unless you was like stranded on the road and that was the only store around or whatever, and you need to buy something like that. I thought about doing a video like that, because I always keep like some tools in my truck, so that way, in case something happens, that I can handle almost anything right there on the road while not keeping a whole bunch of stuff in my truck. Yeah, you're right. So he says for like somebody that would use it once and put together an IKEA table or something like that, and those type of people that don't use tools, that just need some tools like a little toolkit to put in the house, or to put together an IKEA table or whatever. You don't need to know. You don't need to worry about anything. Here it goes again. You don't need to worry about anything. You just get whatever. Anything's going to work for you at that point, man. If you're a homeowner, that wants to have some decent tools around the house or whatever, then you may want to start, researching or try to figure out what's going to work best for you. But for most of those people, man, it don't matter. For most people, even somebody that's like a DIY guy on the weekends, man. I mean, if you want to have some nice tools and cool, but you don't really need them, man. You know what I mean? I mean, you could buy a Pittsburgh Pro, a hyper tough ratchet from Walmart, Pittsburgh Pro from Harbor Freight or whatever, man. You're gonna get by. You're gonna be able to do what you need to do. And then if something goes wrong with it, then you just run down and replace it. Now, I don't know anything about hyper tough warranties or anything, but for most people, it don't matter what brand of tools you buy. If you wanna buy something that, for me, honestly, this is how I look. Even no matter what it is in life, like no matter what I buy, whether it be appliances for my house, whether it be tools, whether it be, a laptop, whether it be a camera to shoot on or whatever, I try to look for something that is like middle of the road, that is going to give me high performance for, a middle grade price, and not like, I don't want to spend a whole bunch of money on something unless I have to, you know what I mean? The Pittsburgh Pro aren't bad. Uses 1/4 inch chrome on impacts for the last 3 years. And holding up. I've never used Pittsburgh Pro sockets, but I've used Pittsburgh Pro impact sockets, chrome sockets, I should say. I've used their impact sockets. And I got to tell you, the Pittsburgh Pro impact sockets are top notch. And I've never even seen anybody that's had a problem with Pittsburgh Pro impact sockets. I don't like the fact that they skip sizes or whatever, but the type of people that's buying those sockets, if they skip a size, then they skip a size. But even for a professional or beginner or whatever, those sockets work great. If you need a size that's in between, they don't sell single sockets there, but you could buy a single socket on Amazon or whatever if you have to. But for somebody that's using your sockets that you don't have the time to wait, if you need a 22 or whatever and they don't have a 22, then you don't have time to wait to order a 22 or whatever. Then you're going to buy a set that has all the sockets you need. But for most people, man, I don't think the skip sizes makes a big difference, man. EP Auto has cheap Taiwan, and I'm losing my voice. EP Auto has cheap Taiwan sockets sets on Amazon, good reviews, and extremely cheap. Pete Graham asks if I called the last lap of Daytona. No, I didn't, bro. What happened? You had to let everybody know. Major weakness, EPI. I've never used those, bro. I've never even heard of them, so you're definitely teaching me something. Just Wrenches said he's got a bunch of heart stuff he's giving away. Man, I seen the heart stuff and the cordless tools, you know, I don't know. I never used them. And then they had some mechanic sets. Man, I need to really figure out why my camera is acting this way. And it's like really getting on my nerves. And I know it's getting on your nerves. They had some mechanic sets and whatnot, and I looked at them. Nothing to make me want to say, hey, I'm going to go, buy Hart, or nothing to make me say to somebody else, hey, you may want to consider going to Walmart instead of Harbor Freight. No, you probably shouldn't. You probably should just stick with Harbor Freight if you're looking for some cheap tools, in my opinion, man. Tailgate Tech says the Hart Power Tools remind him of Porter Cable tools. I heard other people say that. Like I said, I never used them. I was going to buy the drill and driver. Or actually, I was thinking about buying the whole 4-tool set because for the price, you'd have been better off. Now, I think it comes with a flashlight that nobody gives a crap about. But I think it had a Sawzall, impact driver, and the drill. And for the price, I felt like it might have been worth checking out. But like I said, now Harbor Freight cordless tools, I don't think are good, man. I think they're overpriced. I think that, here we go again, I think that the warranty on them is horrible. I don't think you should consider buying Harbor Freight cordless tools. In any case, if you're a DIY guy or whatever, if you're, ride or die with Harbor Freight, then you're ride or die with Harbor Freight. But for somebody that's looking for a good entry or some good cordless tools for a good price, you go to Lowe's or Home Depot. Buy Porter Cable, Cobalt, man. I mean, Cobalt, Rigid. There's so many different cheaper priced cordless tools with warranties that you can buy. The Harbor Freight batteries seem like they were priced pretty good compared to a lot of other people, but for the warranty that you're getting, they're making you pay for this warranty. Now, they make you pay for a warranty because this is what they do. They sell, there's like an insurance company or whatever you want to, we can call it an insurance company that sells you a warranty. So you buy a warranty through a third company separate from Harbor Freight. So Harbor Freight doesn't have to worry about their warranty, on stuff like the cordless tools and whatnot. So that company sells you a warranty for, whatever the price is, $20 for 2 years or whatever. Now, when you come back in to honor that warranty, Harbor Freight bills that company. So it doesn't come out of Harbor Freight's pocket. Harbor Freight's billing that company. That company's replacing it for you. It's a third-party warranty, and that's why they sell those warranties instead of offering a warranty themselves. Yeah, Davey, and I seen the Ingersoll hand tools, man. I want to check them out too, buddy. I haven't had a chance to see any yet, but from the looks of it, then I feel like that, and just from past experience with Ingersoll, I mean, Ingersoll to me, they make great air tools. They make some of the best air tools. So I feel like that they wouldn't, if they're going to come out with a brand, or not a brand, but a line of hand tools that they're saying are professional, then I'm going to take their word for it just because of past experience. When Harbor Freight, for example, comes out with a tool line, Icon, whatever the case may be, that they claim is professional grade hand tools, or hand tools, whatever the case may be, then nobody's going to take their word for it. You're going to have to prove it. And, whether you're convinced or not is on you, man. The Icon deep and shallow. You talking about the impact sockets major weakness? Because I got the video done on the impact sockets. All I have to do is upload it, so it'll be up tomorrow. I don't want to spoil anything or whatever, but yeah, I've checked out the impact sockets. I got the 1/2 inch shallow and the 3/8 deep. So we'll take a look at it. But I mean, you look at the price of them. We'll just say this straight out the bat, We'll look at the price of them. I paid $60 for the 1/2 inch shallow. It's coming from 10 to 19, going to 21, 22, then going to, 26, and then 27. I mean, the fact that they skipped the 24 to me just doesn't even seem like they don't even know what they're doing. I mean, why would you skip a 24? That's a more common size in my experience than a 26. You know what I mean? I don't understand it. But as far as the performance goes, when it comes to impact sockets, man, I don't, you know what I mean? It's hard. I'm gonna put the video up tomorrow. What's up, Dale? Yeah, Major. Like I said, I got the 3/8 deep and the 1/2 inch shallow, and I use them for a couple weeks straight. So I got a pretty good idea. Now I don't know their chrome sockets. Like I said in my other video, they're just soft, dude, and I don't understand why. Because you can buy the cheapest of the cheap chrome sockets, and I've never seen a chrome socket just fold in on the drive like those chrome sockets do, and I've never seen it, man. Yeah, Jimmy said he's looking at Cobalt as a DIY. Bauer lost me and wanted to pay for their third-party warranty. I've checked out some of the Bauer tools. What have I checked out? I know I checked out the grinder. I don't know if you guys seen that video, but that grinder's not very good. The right angle drill was pretty good. What else did I check out? The saw was pretty good, but for the price of the stuff, man, like I said, in the selection, there's plenty of other cordless tool lines, and in Harbor Freight, they're coming out with these cordless tools and all these different names and brands, and it's always been my problem with Harbor Freight is why do you need so many different types? You're trying to get so many different people. You got Drill Master, Bauer, Hercules, Warrior, then you got Earthquake XT, and I don't think they even make any brushless cordless tools. And if you're going to claim that your tools are professional grade, then you're going to have to at least offer some sort of brushless cordless tools. Yeah, 15, 16s, and 24 millimeter are not the same. Who said that? Chris. They're not. I mean, yeah, they're a 15, 16s and a 24 millimeter are not the same, bro. They are close. I mean, there's a lot of things close when it comes to metric, but they're not the same. And when you come to needing, here, a matter of fact, let's just go ahead and I'm going to show you 15/16 to millimeters. Okay. So a 15/16 is 0.9375 inches or 23.8125 millimeters. So you're looking at almost, what is it, point 0.1, so it'll be point 0.2, almost point 0.2 millimeters difference. It's a big difference. And I mean, it's a big bolt. So I mean, would it make a big difference or whatever? I don't know. But I'm going to tell you now that, if you're going to make a metric set and you skip a 24 and go to a 26, to me, it just seems like you don't have any clue what's going on, because I mean, I've never seen a set that just goes from 22 to 26 to 27. I mean, I don't know, man. Maybe it's just me, dude. I may be, you know what I mean? I may not know what I'm doing. I don't know. Maybe they're the smart ones. They're selling the crap. I'm just talking about it on YouTube. But, if you look at any other, hold on, impact. Let's look at this is the Pittsburgh Pro for $20. I mean, that's a good deal, dude. I mean, even the Pittsburgh Pro, you're looking at 10, 13, 14, 15, 17, 18, 19, 21, 22, 24, 27, 30, and 32. Has anybody, what, maybe I'm out of the loop, bro. I mean, I don't know. What does a 26 millimeter socket fit on? Is there something like that's common that I don't know about? Because maybe I'm out of the loop, but I don't know what a 26 fits on, dude. I honestly don't. I may be out of the loop. I may be an idiot, man, but I don't know. Damien said he's seen his gray pneumatic skip a 24 and out a 27 instead. So put a 27 in instead of a 24. I've seen 27s quite a bit. I just never seen, I don't understand, I don't understand the 26. Where does the 26 fit in anything? What does it fit? I've never used a 26. I don't know. I may be, like I said, I may be out of the loop, man. Yeah, you're right. Jaylen's Garage said he never bought a Harbor Freight impact socket because they skip sizes, and you can't even buy the fill-ins. And that's a big thing. That's big. Like, you need to be able to buy individual sockets. If you want to sell a set like the Icon set, and you want to skip out 24, then and I can't even buy a 24. So now I have to buy this Icon set and then buy a 24 somewhere else if I need it. But I wish somebody would tell me where a 26 millimeter, what bolt on a car or whatever is 26 millimeter, because I don't know of one, man. But I don't work on cars, every day, all day, so I may not know. So I'm like curious where they got it from, man. You guys answer that. I'm gonna go on a beer run real quick.
All right, so 26 millimeter, 2 inches is 1.024 inches. So we look at a 27 millimeter inches is 1.0629. So inch and a 16. So it's between, 26 and 27 is between about an inch and an inch 16th. So I just don't, like I said, I don't know of anything hub nuts on VW auto cars. I mean, if you're using 26 on hub nuts, I mean they sell sets, bike axle bolts, some of them, exhaust bolts, Toyota truck 24 control arms 26, Canuter on all the Canuter. See. Toyota truck control arms. Yeah, I mean, when it comes to bigger bolts, I mean, you can be a little sloppy. And that's why a lot of them have a lot of clearance. And, and I've thought about that. I've thought about, is that they're thinking like, okay, we're going to make our metric set fill in for the standard set. So I thought maybe they skipped those sizes and they were going to offer, their standard sizes that were close or whatever. But it doesn't make any sense to me. It honestly don't. And we use the 13 and 15 a lot on his half-inch impact. 26 millimeters using construction steel. I just never, like I said, I don't work on cars all day, but I've never went to my toolbox and pulled out a 26 millimeter. I pulled out 27. I pulled out 24. I pulled out, an inch and an eighth. I pulled out an inch and inch and a 16th. I've never pulled out. I'm not saying that there ain't something that wouldn't be an inch and a 16th, or I'm not saying there's anything that wouldn't be a 26, but it just seems like to me, like, if you're going to make a set of impact sockets and you're going to say, hey, we're going to sell this set of impact sockets. Hold on a minute. We're going to see something here. Half inch. We're going to see if this theory works out real quick. I'm going to tell you what I think Harbor Freight does, even if I'm wrong here on this, but I don't think they question anything. I don't want to see those. Here we go. 17-piece set. I don't want to see that. Alright. I want to see. Alright, here we go. See what I think they do. If I can find some sort of description, and they're not giving nothing here. I tell you what, the Snap-on website is just horrible, man. I don't know if you guys have ever went on their website, but you can like find nothing, man. Like I can search here for their impact socket set, and it is so hard to find
anything, man. Semi-deep. Let's see if this will work. Okay. $332. I mean, even so, maybe I'm wrong here because even the Snap-on sets, like the Snap-on set is going from 15 to 25 and 27, so they're skipping 26. So I was gonna say that what I think they're doing is going on the Snap-on website and just copying what they're doing. But I've never even seen a Snap-on socket, so Snap-on's even skipping 26. So I'm not sure where they got their information from to be able to come up with that set that they come up with, man. Didn't Snap-on just say they didn't care about the internet? They might have, because obviously they don't, because it's hard to find anything on their website, man. And I feel like that's a mistake. I feel like, yeah, okay, you've got a business model to where you've got these drivers, and, you know, it's a pretty cool business model, but they can't even fill their franchise drivers. That's why they got a lot of corporate drivers, because they can't fill them. Now, you know, they're selling to shops and everything, which is cool, man. You got a truck coming or whatever, but, like, you're missing out on a whole bunch of people in the world or in the United States or whatever that might want to buy your tools, and you're missing out on a lot of money because you want to just sell to, you know, people in shops or whatever. It just don't make no sense to me, man. The Pittsburgh Pro half-inch breaker bar. Here we go again. Jeez, oh peas, man. I apologize about this. Man, why is this doing this? That is insane. It's literally never done this before. I'm trying to take maybe. Let me try to move this down here maybe. Hopefully you can still hear me good. I'll try to speak up a little bit. The Pittsburgh Pro half-inch breaker bar. One of the best deals at Harbor Freight, man. $13 is a 24-inch breaker bar. I did a video, you know, a long time ago when I first started doing these videos about the Pittsburgh half-inch breaker bar versus the Icon half-inch breaker bar. Now, there are some differences. Excuse me. The Icon breaker bar, I feel like, looks like and feels like higher quality, man. I mean, honestly, it does. But they are pretty similar. The Icon breaker bar comes in at 25 inches, whereas the Pittsburgh breaker bar comes in at 24 inches with the anvil extended all the way. So it's not 24 inches. It's about 23 inches without the anvil. So that's the torque you're getting on it, about 23 inches. Now, it comes down to where your hand is pressing down at. It doesn't go to the end of the bar where your torque hits, but the anvil is also on the Icon breaker bar. The anvil is longer than the Pittsburgh. But, man, I've used that Pittsburgh breaker bar, and I've abused that Pittsburgh breaker bar, and I've had pipes, you know, 5-6 foot pipes standing on this breaker bar, jumping up and down, and I've only broke it once. But to be fair, the time that I did finally break it, I also broke a 24-inch Mac flex head ratchet. So it broke two ratchets, breaker bars, before I finally was able to get this bolt off. So it was stuck, man. But it's definitely, for $13, $15, whatever the price is, it's definitely one of the best deals at Harbor Freight. And for $50 for that Icon breaker bar, I would not tell anybody. I got the Icon breaker bar, still got it out there, and I'm telling you, like, it's not worth it. It's not worth to spend the $50 on that versus just spending the $13 on the Pittsburgh Pro. Now, this is my fear. This is my fear about the whole Icon thing, because I like the idea. I like the Icon idea. I'm hoping that it works. I'm hoping that they can fix some of the, small problems that they have with it. And I'm hoping that it can be somewhere that is a viable option for professionals, beginners, serious DIY, even DIY guy, whatever the case may be. A serious option for you to be able to go to buy some really high quality tools. I'm hoping that it works. But this is my fear, is that some of the good tools that they got, as far as the Pittsburgh Pro impact sockets, as far as the Pittsburgh Pro breaker bar, a few other tools I can't think of off the top of my head, but they have a few pretty good tools at Harbor Freight. This is my fear, is that they're going to push this stuff so much to where they'll start making those tools almost unusable, to where you almost have to spend that money. Like as far as like the Pittsburgh Pro breaker bar, I think it's so good to where you should never go. You could buy 4 of those breaker bars versus the one Icon breaker bar, and you should never go buy that breaker bar unless you just absolutely want the Icon breaker bar. Then you want the Icon breaker bars. There's nothing wrong with it. Do what you're going to do. But my fear is that they'll make that breaker bar to where the Pittsburgh breaker bar isn't as good as it once was. So now, if I want something good, then I have to now buy that Icon. Come on, back in focus. There we go. It's coming. Here we go. There you go. You have to go buy that Icon breaker bar now if you want something decent. That's my fear, but we'll see, man. They do have that 3/4 inch breaker bar now, which, I mean, for what is it, $89 or something like that? Maybe worth it. May not be worth it. I don't know. Matco goes 22 to 26, not to 27. Greg. Who said they broke the 3/4 inch breaker bar? Yeah, the thing about switching, Chris, about going from 3/4 to a 1/2 inch reducer is that you're putting all your force now on that reducer. So that reducer's got to hold long before your breaker bar will have to worry about holding. Yeah, Brad, my camera's drunk just like me. I ain't drunk, but I got a little buzz, man. Davian left, man. Sorry about that. I missed you, Davian. Shredder said, he's broke 5 of those Pittsburgh Pro breaker bars. I've only broke 1, dude, and that's just been my experience with them. They're great. All breaker bar, anything's gonna break, given the right situation. You know what I mean? It don't matter. You can spend $15 on the Pittsburgh Pro, $50 on the Icon, $100 on the Snap-on, whatever the case may be. They all will break given the right situation. But for the price, $13, they're great, man. They honestly are. 26 on most oil pressure sensors, range lugs, and Toyota suspension. 26 millimeter on oil pressure sensors. That's new to me. Like I said, I don't work on cars all day, dude. Yeah, I mean, Pittsburgh Pro, like I said, I mean, for that price, $13 that you get for that thing, I mean, I find it hard to go, man. If it's man-made, it will break. You're right, Kevin, it will break. Thug hater. He's a thug hater. I'm just playing, buddy. He asked me. See, this is a hard question, dude. Here's the way he asked me. He said that for someone who wants to redo their tools, get rid of the old mix match tools, what tool company would you pick to refill a DIY toolbox? Now, it's the thing, is that Do you want a bunch of stuff to match, just to look good or whatever? If you do, then that's your prerogative. But it's hard to, pick out one tool company that you're going to be able to just say, I'm about to stick with this tool company and have the best of everything. You may have the best of everything to you, you know what I mean? But to me, it may not be the best. If I was you, if I was a DIY guy or DIY guy, he's got a DIY guy. If I was a DIY guy, which I am a DIY guy, you know what I mean? I'm a DIY guy. I work, I do it all. But if I was just buying tools to do some stuff around the house or whatever, you have to ask yourself if money is a problem. If you're wanting something on a budget or whatever, then there's so many different, ways to go that it's hard for me to say to pick one specific tool brand that's going to be able to do it all for you. But if money's an option or if money's a problem, and if you are, wanting to have something to match everything, then look at Tekton, dude. I mean, Tekton is going to serve you pretty good, and they're priced better than Icon and priced similar to Pittsburgh Pro stuff, and they're way better. They're better quality than Pittsburgh Pro in a lot of cases, man. But like I said, that's hard for me to say because I mean, that's just my opinion, man. I could be wrong. It's hard for me to give that kind of advice. Or Gear Wrench even. I mean, Gear Wrench is a little more price, but they're good, man. Yeah, Tailgate. Yep, you're right. Tailgate said Gear Wrench right when I did. Or he said it before I did, but I didn't see it until after I said it. I might need it, Dale. You're right. He said that the fastener holding this lamp back here, 26 millimeter. It might be. Might need to break out the Icon breaker bar for that, Dale. Did Harbor Freight ever reintroduce the 3/8 Icon flex head? Not that I know of, dude, but I haven't even been paying attention. So if they have in the past month, then maybe they have, but I haven't been paying attention. Uh, Harbor Freight, I'm really disappointed in Harbor Freight, man. Honestly, and it makes me sad because like I had such high hopes for Harbor Freight, and I was so into Harbor Freight, but like the things that they've done to me, and and I've debated back and forth about whether to call them out because, and that's why it's so hard for me to do stuff like this because on the one hand, I should just be political and just move on. But on the other hand, I don't like liars and I don't like two-faced people, and I feel like that if I don't say anything, then I'm taking advantage of people that are taking other people's words for things that, they probably shouldn't. So I don't know yet what I'm going to do about that whole situation, but I feel like that the way that Harbor Freight, has acted towards me, and it really upsets me because I was really excited, man. I was really happy about the way things were going, and then like it just got to the point to where I feel like that they're not honest. I feel like they're the people that I've talked to through that company. I feel like that they don't represent that company as an honest company. So maybe I will say something. Maybe I won't. Thug Hater says he's looking to spend 1,000 or a bit more. Hey, did you watch my video, Thug Hater, about me having $1,000 budget of all the tools I'll buy? Hold on. Let's do this. I'm gonna do this for you, buddy. Copy link. All right. Now, since you asked the question, buddy, I don't like to try to like make people go watch videos and stuff like that. You can do what you're going to do, but right there, man, that's a video I did since you said $1,000 that I said that exactly what I would buy if I had $1,000, and they're not all the same brand, but that's what tools I would buy starting with nothing, not even a tool cart or anything, if I had $1,000. So check that out, man. All right, you did see it. Well, that's what I would buy. I mean, I can't say anymore. Like, if you wanted tools to match, if you wanted everything to match, then, like I said, I would probably look towards Tekton. You're gonna save a lot of money, and you're gonna get quality of most of these other companies, man. From what I've used, man. Yeah, Brad, you're right. And I don't even want them to be back because they actually messaged me about a month ago, and I didn't even message them back because, like, I'm so upset with the whole line. You can do a lot of things, and I'll be like, okay, but like lying is that says a lot to me about what you really are about, man. I can't stand a liar, man. No problem, brother. Yeah, like I said, man, Tekton Gear Wrench, dude. I mean, those are great options, man. And you can, like, especially like if you go with Gear Wrench, Gear Wrench has all the tools that most people's going to need, man. You could, if you just wanted to like stick with just one name brand or whatever, then Gear Wrench would be a great option too. And they're good price, man. Yeah, Tarek. No, I didn't do nothing to piss them off, dude. I just don't think they like, this is what I think, dude. I think that they, I think they want people to say certain things. And if you don't say those certain things, then I think that they like, they don't want to say, they don't want to do nothing with you then. And like I said, they did message me, and like I didn't even message them back because like I don't want to be a part of something. If you get a hold of me and you say, hey man, we want you to check these out. We want you to give an honest opinion. You know what I mean? If you want me to give an honest opinion, then I'm going to give an honest opinion. If you don't want me to give an honest opinion, then, I'm not one of these other channels that are on here that are going to just say you're the best in everything you do. I'm not that channel, dude, and I'm not going to be that channel. I won't be that channel. I won't be that person. I'm not going to be that kind of person. You know, even if somebody paid me cash, which nobody's paid me no money, but if somebody paid me, like, say if Harbor Freight was like, hey man, we want to sponsor you, we want we want you to be about us, and we're going to pay you X amount of dollars, then I would say, okay, but I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to say that you're the best. You know what I mean? I'm not going to say that, dude. I'm not going to do it. There's just no way. Has anyone in the general public, not that I know of. I was actually, Tailgate Tech asked if anyone in the general public has got an icon box yet. And I was actually thinking about that earlier. I don't know. I wonder if they have, because like I haven't seen anyone. I don't even know. Like this store that's close to me, the last time I went there, they said they were supposed to get one in on display, and I've thought about buying the hutch to go with it, but I've also thought about making a hutch, which I probably am going to make a hutch because I want to do a series video on it to like to show people what I do, just in case like they're interested, because I think a lot of people will be interested in making a hutch for like their US General box or whatever. And I mean, I know I can make one. I can make one pretty good. The hardest part about it is going to be making the lid to look decent. I'm not going to be able to make a lid to look as good as, buying a hutch, but I can make something look pretty decent, I think. Tarek. Yeah, Tarek, you're right, bro. They do, and that's the thing. Like that's been like my whole thing is like, you know, a lot of people, take people's word on here for something, and I don't feel like that. I don't feel like that's honest, bro. I don't feel like that's very good for you to be that kind of person to where you will just mislead people, man. And I'm not that kind of person, dude. I'm not that kind of person. I'm not going to. I don't care. They can come take this crap back. They can have them broke ratchets in my toolbox. They can have those back. They can have those wrenches back. They can have all of it back. You know what I mean? I don't care about none of that crap, dude. Vince, just starting out on YouTube. Uh, Snap on reviews, unboxing, and just overall tool reviews and engine rebuilds. Wondering the best way to get subscribers. Vince, buddy, I've been doing this for a little over a year. All right. My advice to you. This is my advice to you. Is you got to keep making content. You got to be involved in the community. You got to get on other people's videos. Don't get on other people's videos and just say, hey, come check my channel. Like I've had people come on some of my videos and say, if you want to see another review, come check out my channel. And, I'll leave it there. They can do what they're going to do, but that's not the way to do it, man. If you want to get, how many times have you looked at comments on other people's videos and then click on their channel? You know what I mean? A lot of people do that. I do it. So I would get involved in the community. You got to upload videos, and you got to upload videos that people want to see. You know what I mean? You can't just upload, what feels good to you or whatever. That may work, it may not work, but you got to upload videos that other people want to see. I honestly, I started making videos. I made a few videos early in my YouTube thing where I did a head gasket job and a few other car jobs, and then I moved to this place and I started doing a couple tool reviews, and people started responding to it. Like, the thing that got me started the most was the Harbor Freight tool cart modifications. I got a lot of views on that and got a lot of subscribers from that. There's a lot of people didn't like it, but it doesn't matter if people, if most people like it. You don't need to be Mr. Popular, you know what I mean? You just need YouTube to pump your videos out. So then because even though I'm getting bad comments and good comments, I'm getting comments, I'm getting interaction. YouTube's pumping it out. People's watching it. You got to make sure that your titles, are specific to what you're reviewing or whatever. If you're doing a Harbor Freight tool cart, then you want to make sure that your tags specify what you're doing. Your title specifies what you're doing. So that way, I'm going to have to quit soon. I'm losing my voice. YouTube will pump your video out to people like that watch Harbor Freight videos or Snap-on videos or whatever. So like if you're doing Snap-on videos, then get on the Tool Junkies videos and comment on them, dude. You know what I mean? Because a lot of his viewers like Snap-on, you know what I mean? If you're doing Harbor Freight videos, then comment on my videos. A lot of people on my videos like Harbor Freight. A lot of people on my videos like Snap-on too, but the Snap-on guy, the junkie, he used to be the Snap-on junkie. So a lot of people like Snap-on that get on his videos. So like comment on his videos, keep making videos, and just grow, bro. That's all I can really say for you. You'll learn more as you go along, man. But as far as like, you need to make content that people want to watch, and you need to make content that people, man, I don't know what is going on with this camera, dude. I need to figure that out before the next one. But You need to make content that people want to interact with, man. That's about the only thing I can really tell you, man. All right, guys, I'm going to have to end this, man. I'm losing my voice, man. Like I said, we're going to get back into this. We're going to get some stuff going, but like I said, I'm going through some stuff. So we'll do the best we can, and I'll try to do the best I can, man. But I appreciate all y'all coming back. I appreciate all y'all sticking around, man. So we'll talk to you next time, man.